A lot has been happening in Republican politics since you went away. Now, I don't mean Joe Biden getting his geography mixed up by putting Mexico next to Gaza or remembering several meetings with deceased European leaders. No, I'm talking about the shuffling of personalities amongst the Republicans in the race for the presidency. Firstly, what do you make of Ron DeSantis' total and complete capitulation to Donald Trump?
I liked DeSantis on lockdowns. I think he was outstanding during the lockdowns as governor. Maybe Kristi Noem up in South Dakota was better. I think DeSantis locked down for about 2 weeks. But, he took the time to learn the data. He was skeptical. He took the time to learn the data, and then he fronted a hostile press. Exactly what Boris didn't do. Boris had the same instincts, but a complete inability to do any work and learn the data and show any backbone. So I like DeSantis. He ran a terrible campaign. It's not easy to get nominated for president. It was never going to be easy against Trump. And my view was he had to run only on lockdowns. So it's people just assume that someone who appeals to upper middle class people can bring out the vote. Trump brings out people who don't otherwise vote. And there's a real connection. And I don't think DeSantis has shown that yet. Now, hopefully in the future. But I was always sort of skeptical that anyone could knock off Trump. And certainly I was right, because Nikki Haley has no hope. She's going to be obliterated. DeSantis, just cut his losses and got out. He's got a shot in 2028. But, it's not easy. There were a lot of good candidates in the past who, when it comes to actually standing in front of an audience and winning over actual voters who are longtime Republicans, it's not so easy.
Well, I mean, we were talking a lot about whether or not the DeSantis-Trump rift among the voters would ever be healed. Do you think he's stepped aside fast enough and quickly enough and with enough sort of gratitude and compliance that his voters are now going to join the Trump movement? Or do you think they're all going to be never-Trumpers?
Look, the people who support Haley probably won't move to Trump, but I would suspect that almost every DeSantis primary voter will move to Trump. Some of them will hold their noses, but they will move to Trump. I mean, Haley doesn't really have any views that are in keeping with the base, and DeSantis and Trump share a lot of views. Vivek Ramaswamy also, I think he's lined up pretty well for 2028 too. If Trump wins, I would make him his press secretary. He's that good. People are talking about giving Ramaswamy a cabinet post, but I'd make him the press secretary, because he just has the journalist for toast. He's that good, and he's a very clever guy. So no, I don't think basically, if you are prepared to vote for Joe Biden because you're angry at Trump, then you're really not really a Trump supporter. I mean, the guy's let in 8.5 million people. He's still, he rescinded 51 executive orders. I mean, on the border alone, anyone who says, well, Trump's too boorish and crass for me, so I'm going to vote for Biden. I just don't understand that attitude. Basically, when you look at Trump's first term, almost everything he did was good. The few things he didn't do, like repeal Obamacare, well, that was because John McCain voted against. He didn't build the border wall because Paul Ryan, who now sits on the board of the Wall Street Journal, Paul Ryan refused to put it through in the House. So, all right of center parties have a problem with representatives who are so wet and squishy. They have more in common with the left than they do with the right.